Hello and welcome to Excel Help with Claude. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. By the end of this short video, you'll see how you can use the Claude add-in to get help with your Excel workbooks. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Let's head straight to Excel, exercise 1. The first step is to install the Claude add-in. If you haven't already, just go to add-ins, search for Claude, and then you can select it. Now the add-in itself is free, but to use this, you'll need a Claude account. Once the add-in's installed, just hit Claude. And this is where we can provide our prompt. Now before we go right to prompting, let's just kind of get our bearings. Okay, the first worksheet is our revenue. I know the font is small, but basically we have month, and then we have product A, B, C, and services. We have a total column, we have year-over-year growth, and some notes. And then we have a quarterly summary. The next worksheet is expenses. And again, I know the font is small, but basically we have category, we have some quarterly values, annual, budget, and variance. The next worksheet is staff. Here we have department, head count, average salary, benefits, total cost, and cost per head. And finally, we have KPIs. So now I just want to get Claude to help me take a look at these sheets. So rather than type the prompt, I'm just going to copy and paste it. And basically it says, review the entire workbook and all sheets, revenue, expenses, staff, and KPIs. Explain the structure, what each does, and how they connect and summarize the key financial picture, and go. And I'll speed this up. Okay, and it finished up, so I'll kind of just read you through this briefly. I'll read all 4 sheets to understand the full workbook structure. Let me pull everything at once. Here's a full breakdown. Sheet by sheet picture. Revenue, monthly revenue by product line. This sheet tracks 2025 monthly revenue across 4 streams, product A, B, C, and services. 2, expenses, quarterly operating expenses versus budget. This sheet breaks down 10 expense categories by quarter, annual, budget, and variance. The top 3 expense categories, salary and benefits, rent and utilities, and marketing. 3, staff, headcount compensation by department. This sheet shows 55 total employees across 7 departments. 4, KPIs, dashboard linking all sheets. This is the summary dashboard that pulls data from the other sheets. How the sheets connect. Okay, and it defines all these links. Key issues I spotted. The company is operating as significant loss. Revenue of 1.44 million versus expenses of 186 million. Net loss of 422,000. Yet the KPI status column marks net income, OPEX ratio, and revenue per employee as on track. Those statuses appear incorrect and should likely be red. Okay, I think it's understanding. OPEX ratio of 129% means expenses exceed revenue. The target is 60%, but it's marked on track. This is clearly wrong. Staff cost disconnect. The staff sheet shows total compensation of 6.89 million, but expenses shows salaries and benefits of only 1.3 million. These should align, or the difference should be explained. So it picked up on that as well. Revenue formula errors. July uses a sum, it excludes services, so it identified this formula error. These revenue values are hard-coded with no formulas, which is inconsistent and fragile, which I would agree with. Variance column inconsistency, and quarterly revenue formulas. Summary of the financial picture, and it gives us a summary. Okay, so I would say that's a pretty thorough review and understanding of these worksheets. Let's go to the next exercise, exercise 2. Okay. Now, during its review, it already identified some of the problems. But let's have it go look for specific problems and give us a list of the specific things that need to be addressed. So rather than type this prompt, I'm just going to paste it and go. And I'll speed this up. Okay, and it finished up. Here's the complete audit. I've organized the issues by severity. Critical warning will produce wrong numbers. Revenue, July total excludes services revenue. Revenue, 3 monthly totals are hard-coded, not formulas. Revenue, inconsistent formula style in March. Annual salaries is hard-coded. Expense annual technology is hard-coded. And it identified basically 10 of those. Then we have a category of serious, misleading, or inconsistent. It talks about KPI status flags are wrong for 4 metrics. It talks about gross margin is hard-coded. Year-over-year revenue growth is hard-coded. And it gives me some more of these. Then it gives me minor. Formatting and consistency issues. Revenue, header has inconsistent formatting. Title font is inconsistent across the sheets. Staff, note about benefits rate increase not reflected. Staff, no total row for cost per head. And then it gives me this summary checklist. Okay, it's identified these 16 things. All right, so honestly, it probably caught these issues faster than I could have if I would have done a manual review. So now let's go to the next exercise, exercise 3. We need to have it fix the problems that it identified. So here it says, would you like me to fix all of these issues? So rather than pasting in this prompt, I'm just going to say yes, go. And I'll speed this up. Okay, and then it gives us a question here. Permission required. Claude wants to use conditional formatting for KPI statuses. Potential data loss. Clear all conditional formats. So then I can say deny it. I can say always allow, or I can say allow once. So for now, I'm just going to say allow once. All right, and I'll speed this up. Okay, and it finished up. All fixes complete. Summary. Review sheet. So it basically walks us through all the things that it changed. Expenses sheet. All these changes. Staff sheet changes. KPI sheet. Cascading impact of the July fix. So it talks us through all that. 2 items remaining need your input. Gross margin still hard-coded at 68% because there's no cost of goods sold data in the workbook. Want me to add a cost of goods sold line. And staff versus expenses gap. Staff showed 6.9 million total comp versus 1.3. This likely means they represent different things, but it should be documented. Want me to add a reconciliation note. Okay, so that's good to know. Now let's go look at these changes. Here's the revenue sheet, and all of these are now consistent formulas as opposed to hard-coded values. That makes me feel better already. And these formulas look good as well. And here we can see that these are formulas and they pull in the correct values. All right, let's take a look at the expenses sheet. Here we can see these are all now consistent formulas. This feels really good. Okay, and this variance has some different formatting here, but other than that, this looks good. Staff sheet, we can see this total cost is all formulas now and no hard-coded values. And these look good. And this total looks good as well. And let's go to KPIs. And we see that this has been updated as well. Okay, now what we also notice is it left us some notes here. Hard-coded, no cost of goods sold data in the workbook to derive this. So it left me this comment. And here, it left me this note as well. Okay, that's kind of cool. And now we see we have some inconsistent formulas, but here's the thing. For revenue, if our actual is greater than the target, that's a good thing. But for expenses, if our value is above the target, that's a bad thing. So it had to flip its logic here. And that's why we're getting these inconsistent formulas. So Claude understood the mission here, and it did the correct formulas, which is pretty cool. And we could go on prompting Claude like this as desired. But as you can see, Claude can do a lot of checking and double checking of our worksheets. So maybe we inherit this and we want to get a quick audit. And of course, I would never blindly trust the AI, but as you can see, it quickly caught a lot of issues and it sped this process up. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Hey Excel user, if you ever need to create summary reports, check out my pivot table for beginners video. It starts at the beginning and shows how to store the data transactions in a table and then how to summarize those transactions with a pivot table report. I hope it helps unlock the incredible power of pivot tables.
This video is a production of Excel University.